Hello, this is my um, reflective selfie to wrap up my CTE certification. So let's begin. Number one, discuss successes and struggles with the impact of COVID. So for me, distance learning has some surprising upsides. Some of my students have thrived without social pressures or distractions of the in-person learning. As well, I've also discovered new and creative ways to engage my students through technology. We've gone to extraordinary lengths to engage students who might be struggling, not just with school, but in their personal lives as well. Many of the students have seen their parents lose work due to the pandemic, or have seen family members become sick or even die from the coronavirus. Other students are depressed or overly anxious, and they've been apart from their friends for a very long time. I feel some of my students are slipping away from school entirely, not turning in assignments, turning their camera off for class, not logging on. So yeah, there's been some successes and some struggles. So number two, discuss the use of technology. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, technology has been used more than ever in our classrooms, especially for construction teachers, which is a very hands-on subject. It's been used not only for instructional purposes, but to communicate with each other. We've used Zoom, Google Classroom, Google Spreadsheets, and a myriad of other programs. We've used them much more than we probably would have if we did not have this pandemic. Number three, describe the part fairness, equity, and cultural awareness. Basically, we have such a diverse group of students at this school. We work closely with the special ed department as well to make sure all of our students' needs are met, and especially right now, this time at the end of the year, many students, to try and get them to graduate, they've had a lot of extra work going on. Some of the other teachers have been spending countless hours to get them their credits where they need to be, so it's been a struggle. Number four, explain what student-centered teaching and learning means. It gives my students the opportunity to decide two things: what materials they learn and how they learn it. SEL allows my students to become leaders and decision makers in their own learning. Number five, describe how we utilize feedback to improve teaching practice. We constantly use it. So feedback's a big thing on a daily basis because a lot of our teaching is hands-on. We're constantly giving feedback through the students and what they're learning and how they're learning it and what it will be like on the job site in the future. It also helps students, but also helps my learning because how I might want to teach a different way so kids can grasp the concepts, because a lot of times it doesn't always just translate, and sometimes there's communication barriers as well. Most of the feedback I use comes from instructors as well, from our laborers union and general contractors that we work with out in the field that employ our students. So they tell us how things are going and what needs to be done and what things we could change and tweak. So it helps to modify lessons and focus on the needs of our students and our employers out there in the field. So a lot of feedback. Number six, think about how you have grown as a teacher. So grown very much so this year, especially. I mean, especially as a teacher, as opposed to being an instructor in the hands-on aspect. We've had to teach literally, the students via internet, online, whatnot. So I would say the leadership tools and skills have become much stronger. My grading, recording, and classroom assessments have improved tremendously. Number seven, discuss professional development and impact it's had. So PD, obviously it's improved teachers' knowledge and the skills in order to facilitate individual and school-wide improvements for the purpose of increasing student achievement, which is the goal. It's enabled me to develop the knowledge and skills I need to address my students' learning challenges, as well as I've received PD through our school department, our laborers union, and as well as a CT certification. So there's been a myriad of options with that. And number eight, reflect on our own teaching practice, identify a goal. So one of my goals is to use Google Classroom and hands-on activities simultaneously. We just got the internet access to our building, so students can both use their computer outside as well as we're doing hands-on, so it'll go hand in hand, which will be important. Number nine, what does lifelong learning mean to me? Lifelong learning is important to me due to the fact that a lot of our students enter the labor's apprenticeship program, which requires them to continue their education and training, become journeymen, foremen, and even superintendents. And there's continuing ed constantly within the labor's union at our campuses in Hopkinton, Massachusetts, and Pomfret, Connecticut. We're sending some super seniors there very shortly. They're going to get trained there, and they'll be sent out in the field, and hopefully their career path is well on its way. So thank you very much. It's been an eventful ride from last summer to now, and we're looking forward to the future. So Bill, thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Hopefully you got that plumbing issue figured out at your beach house. If you don't, give me a call. Thanks.